The Jedi Temple stood tall over Coruscant. Its 5 spires reached into the sky like fingers pointing at the stars. To the galaxy, it was a symbol of peace, a place of light, a fortress of wisdom. But the Jedi kept a secret. Far beneath the polished marble floors, below the meditation chambers, below the archives and the training halls, something ancient was waiting. A Sith Shrine. It had been built over 1,000 years before the Republic, when the Sith ruled Coruscant with fear. When the Jedi finally drove them out, they did not destroy the shrine. They could not. The dark side was woven into its stones, so they did the only thing they could. They buried it. They built their temple right on top of it, hoping the light would hold the darkness down forever. Yoda knew. Mace Windu knew. A handful of council members knew. They never spoke of it, not even in private. They believed silence was the safest cage. They were wrong. In this timeline, young Anakin Skywalker arrived at the temple after the Battle of Naboo. He was 9 years old, quiet, watchful, and the Force burned inside him like a second sun. The other younglings slept soundly in their bunks. Anakin did not. Night after night, he lay awake, staring at the ceiling, listening. Something was calling him. It came as a whisper at first. A soft voice, almost kind. It sounded like his mother. It sounded like Qui-Gon. It sounded like someone who understood his pain. "Skywalker, come closer, we have been waiting." He slipped out of bed, barefoot, heart pounding. He followed the voice down hallways. No Padawan was meant to walk. Past locked doors, down winding stairs, deeper and deeper and deeper still, until the temple itself seemed to hold its breath, and the floor beneath his feet began to glow. Years passed. Anakin was no longer a small boy from Tatooine. He was a Padawan now, tall, strong, quick with a lightsaber, quicker with his temper. Obi-Wan Kenobi did his best to guide him, but the bond between them was already cracking. And every night, the whispers grew louder. They were no longer kind. They were patient, knowing. They spoke in voices that seemed to come from the walls themselves. "Skywalker, you are stronger than they know, stronger than they will allow." One night, after a nightmare about his mother screaming in the Tatooine sands, Anakin could not lie still. He rose. He dressed in silence. And he walked. He passed sleeping Padawans. He passed empty hallways. He moved as if the temple itself was opening doors for him, down a forgotten staircase, through a sealed archway that had not opened in centuries, into a tunnel of black stone where the air was cold and heavy. And there, at the bottom, he saw it, the shrine. A great pyramid of dark rock carved with symbols older than the Republic. Red light pulsed deep inside its cracks, slow and steady, like a heartbeat. Anakin stepped closer. His hand trembled. The force around him felt thick, like wading through deep water. The voices spoke again, softer now, gentler, as if speaking to a friend. "We know your pain, young one. We know what you fear." Images flooded his mind. His mother, dying alone. Padme, bleeding on a cold floor. Obi-Wan turning his back. Friends falling, one by one, while Anakin stood helpless. Tears ran down his face. "The Jedi cannot save them," the voices whispered. "But you can. We can show you how. Power, Skywalker, power to hold back death itself." Anakin reached out. His fingertips touched the cold stone. And the shrine opened its eyes. A pulse of dark energy rolled through the temple above. Far away, in his quarters, Master Yoda sat up sharply in bed. His ears twitched. His green hand gripped his cane. Something old had just woken up, and it had chosen a name. Skywalker. Anakin returned to his quarters before dawn. He told no one where he had been. But something had followed him back. It lived behind his eyes now. The next morning, in lightsaber training, he moved faster than ever. His blade was a blur. His strikes were heavier, sharper. The other Padawans backed away from him, eyes wide. Even Master Dralig paused to watch. But Obi-Wan saw something else. He saw the cold look in Anakin's eyes when he won. He saw the way his apprentice did not smile, did not breathe hard, did not feel anything at all. That night, the dreams came again. But this time, they did not feel like dreams. Anakin saw Padme on a polished floor, Her hand reached for him. Blood spread beneath her like a red shadow. She whispered his name. "Anakin, please!" He woke up screaming. And the whispers were waiting. "You saw it, Skywalker. You saw the future, and the Jedi will let it happen." Night after night, he returned to the shrine. He knelt before the Dark Pyramid. He listened. He learned. The voices taught him things no Jedi would ever teach. How to hold a man's heart in the Force. How to crush the air from a throat. How to pull life. And how to push death. He told himself it was for Padme. Only for Padme. But the darkness was no longer outside him. It was inside, curled around his bones, whispering in his blood. Obi-Wan noticed. He saw the shadows under Anakin's eyes, the silence at meals, the way his Padawan flinched when other Jedi walked too close. One quiet evening, on a balcony above Coruscant, Obi-Wan tried. "Anakin, if something is troubling you, you can tell me. You know that." Anakin did not turn around. The city lights glowed in his eyes like distant fires. "You wouldn't understand, Master." His voice was calm, too calm. And in that moment, Obi-Wan Kenobi felt something break in the Force, a thread between them, snapping, quiet as a whisper. His apprentice was slipping away, and wherever Anakin was going, Obi-Wan could not follow. In his office at the top of the Senate, Chancellor Palpatine stood by the tall window. The lights of Coruscant stretched out below him like a sea of stars. His face was calm, kind, the face of a tired old leader. But his eyes were not kind. He felt it the moment the shrine awoke. A pulse in the Force, a door, opening somewhere it should not. He did not need to see it to know what had happened. His apprentice had found a teacher older than himself. For a long moment, Palpatine did not move. Then, slowly, he smiled. "Clever boy," he whispered. Sheev Palpatine, Darth Sidious, had spent more than a decade preparing Anakin Skywalker. Every kind word, every secret meeting, every careful seed of doubt against the Jedi Council. It was a slow, perfect poison. But now, the boy was poisoning himself. The shrine was teaching Anakin things Sidious had planned to teach him. Fear, hate, hunger for power. The Sith Lord did not feel jealous. He felt delighted. "Why wait?" he murmured, "when the fruit is already ripe?" He walked to his desk. He opened a hidden drawer. Inside was a small black holocron, a Sith relic, glowing faintly red. He had planned to give it to Anakin years from now, after the Clone Wars had broken him, after Padme was gone, after every friend had failed him. That timeline was over. He needed to move now. Faster. Bolder. Palpatine activated his private comm. A hooded figure appeared, yellow eyes, pale skin, twin red lightsabers at his belt. Count Dooku. "Master." "The plan has changed," Sidious said softly. "The Chosen One is closer than expected. Begin the war. Now." Dooku's eyes widened. "So soon? The Separatists are not yet." "Now, Lord Tyrannus." The hologram flickered out. Palpatine turned back to the window. Below him, the galaxy was peaceful, quiet, unaware. He smiled again. "Let us see, young Skywalker, how dark your heart can grow when the whole galaxy is burning." Deep beneath the Jedi Temple, the hidden shrine pulsed like a wound. Ancient Sith fire ran through black stone, and the air shook with whispers from dead tyrants. Anakin stood at its center, eyes burning gold, breathing like a man who had finally found the truth the Jedi denied him. Mace Windu arrived alone. He saw the shrine, then Skywalker, and understood the danger at once. For one final moment, he still tried to save him. "Step away from it, Skywalker, now." Anakin turned slowly. Pain and fury fought across his face. "You were too late, Master Windu. The Force is finally honest." Crimson light surged up the chamber walls. Statues trembled. Dust fell from the ceiling. Mace ignited purple. "That is not the Force. It is poison." He moved to shut the shrine down, but Anakin struck first. Blue met purple in a flash that blasted the room apart. Mace expected anger. He did not expect power like this. The shrine fed Anakin's rage, making every blow faster and heavier. Each strike came wild, yet guided by perfect instinct. For the first time in years, Mace gave ground. He tried Vapad, turning darkness back on its source, but the current was too strong. Anakin was not drawing on his own hate alone. He was pulling from the shrine, from the buried Sith beneath Coruscant, from something ancient and hungry. Their blades locked. Stone cracked under their boots. "You wanted the Chosen One to obey," Anakin hissed. "But you were never ready for what I am." With a savage burst of Force energy, he hurled Mace across the chamber and drove his lightsaber through the control spire. The temple groaned. Far above, Jedi froze and felt the shock. And in the darkness below, something answered from the old abyss beneath them. The shockwave from the shrine rolled through Coruscant like a warning bell. In his office, Palpatine felt it at once. The war had not ended, but the hour he wanted had arrived. Smiling in the dark, he opened the final command hidden inside every clone mind. Order 66. Across the capital, blasters turned on Jedi generals without warning. In command rooms, on landing pads, and in crowded streets, loyal soldiers became executioners. Some Jedi sensed danger a heartbeat early. Most never got that chance. Inside the temple, alarms screamed. Masters rushed to protect the younglings and seal the archives. Then the front gates blew inward. Smoke filled the Great Hall. The 501st marched in step through the flames, rifles raised, faces cold behind white armor. At their head walked Anakin Skywalker. No, Darth Vader. He did not hesitate. He did not speak. His lightsaber flashed blue, then red in the firelight, carving through temple guards and desperate knights alike. Vader moved faster than fear, stronger than reason. The shrine's darkness still burned inside him, feeding every strike. One Jedi gasped, "Skywalker, stop!" Vader answered with a killing blow. Room by room, the temple fell. Shakti made her stand near the council chamber and died buying seconds for others to flee. Jocasta Nu tried to save ancient records, but clone fire cut her down in the library. In the training halls, children heard marching boots and a voice they trusted for the last time. The Jedi end tonight. By midnight, the temple was burning. Red flames climbed its towers. Survivors fled into the Undercity. And on a distant battlefield, Obi-Wan dropped to one knee, feeling thousands of deaths at once, and knew Anakin was gone. Then he looked toward Coruscant and felt the deeper horror. Vader was not done with the Jedi Temple. He was only beginning. Padme Amidala learned the truth from a dying Jedi courier, not from Anakin. The messenger reached her apartment bleeding, armor scorched, voice broken by terror. He spoke only a few words before collapsing. Skywalker leads them. The temple is lost. For one frozen second, Padme refused to breathe. Then the city itself confirmed it. Gunships screamed over the Senate district. Smoke rose from the Jedi Temple. Emergency sirens cut through the night, and every screen on Coruscant flashed with Palpatine's new lie. The Jedi had tried to overthrow the Republic. Bail Organa arrived minutes later with Obi-Wan Kenobi. He looked shattered. Obi-Wan looked worse. The moment he saw Padme, he understood she already knew. "No," she whispered. "Tell me this is a mistake." Obi-Wan could not. There was no time left for grief. Palpatine had begun sealing the capital. Clones were searching ports, senatorial homes, and medical centers. If Vader learned Padme still lived, and that she carried his children, he would come for them. Bail prepared a covert route into the Outer Rim. Padme left behind her title, her home, and the last pieces of the life she understood. She boarded in silence beside Obi-Wan, one hand over her unborn twins, as Coruscant vanished behind storm clouds and fire. They fled from world to world, never staying long. Safe houses became caves. Friends became risks. Rumors spread faster than light. The Republic was gone. The first governors had been named. And Darth Vader was hunting survivors himself. On Polis Massa, at last, a hidden medical station opened its doors. Padme should have felt relief. Instead, she felt the Force twist. Far away, Anakin had sensed something. He did not know where she was yet, but he knew she was alive. And that truth pulled him toward the rim. In the silence of deep space, Padme closed her eyes and felt it too. Vader was coming, and this time, he would not come alone. Polis Massa was never meant to become the cradle of the galaxy's future. It was a cold mining station, hidden in drifting rock, far from trade lanes and far from hope. But that was exactly why Bail Organa chose it. The Empire was spreading with shocking speed. Systems had not even understood that the Republic was dead before clone patrols were landing in their capitals and demanding loyalty. There were no protests yet, no rebel cells, no secret alliance. There was only fear and the long shadow of Darth Vader. Inside the medical chamber, Padme fought for breath, while Obi-Wan stood outside the sealed door, feeling more helpless than he ever had on any battlefield. He had faced droids, bounty hunters, Sith lords, and whole armies. None of that prepared him for waiting. None of it prepared him for the truth pressing down on him now. Anakin was gone.
The Republic was gone. And behind that door, the last fragile answer to both losses was struggling to be born. Yoda arrived in silence, aboard a battered shuttle, with no Jedi escort, and no title left to protect him. He looked smaller than Obi-Wan remembered, not weaker, but older, in a way war could never explain. For a long moment, neither of them spoke. They did not need to. The force around them felt bruised. At last, Yoda lowered his head and said, "Failed Skywalker, we all did." Obi-Wan wanted to reject that. He wanted to claim the guilt as his own. Instead, he stared at the Durasteel floor and answered, "I should have seen it sooner." Yoda did not comfort him. There was no comfort left in the old ways. Instead, he spoke of survival. The twins must live. They must be hidden so completely that even their names could not remain together. If Vader found them, Palpatine would shape them from infancy into weapons greater than their father. That could not be allowed. Obi-Wan listened, and every word cut deeper. The children were not even born, and already the Jedi were planning to divide them, erase them, and build their lives on lies. It felt cruel. It also felt necessary. Then the children came. First the boy, crying hard, fists clenched as if he had entered the galaxy ready to fight it. Then the girl, quieter but no less strong, her eyes opening almost at once, as if she were already studying the room and judging everyone in it. Padme held them both, exhausted and pale, and for one brief moment, the war vanished. Obi-Wan saw not destiny, not prophecy, not the last hope of the Jedi. He saw a mother meeting her children. He saw what Anakin had wanted to protect, and what he had destroyed by trying to control it. Padme named them Luke and Leia before anyone could argue. Bail looked away, knowing names made attachment dangerous. Yoda closed his eyes, perhaps hearing old echoes in the Force. Obi-Wan simply nodded. The names mattered. They made the twins real, not symbols to be moved on a board. But peace lasted only minutes. An alarm began to pulse through the station. A lookout frigate had emerged from hyperspace at the edge of the system, broadcasting new Imperial codes. Then a second ship appeared, then 3 more. Vader had not tracked them exactly, but he had hunted well enough to cast a net around the dark. Panic spread among the station crew. Bail moved at once, arranging decoy launches and false transponder trails. Medical droids wiped records. Refugees who had no idea what was happening were shoved toward escape pods and told to run silent. Yoda chose exile without hesitation. He would vanish into worlds so forgotten that even the Empire would see no value in chasing him. Bail would take the girl. His public life, his title, and Alderaan's grace could hide her in plain sight, at least for a time. That left the boy. That left Tatooine. The choice hit Obi-Wan like a blade pulled from an old wound. Padme felt the truth before the others said it aloud. She was fading. The flight, the fear, the birth, and the shattering of Anakin's soul had taken too much from her. She gripped Obi-Wan's sleeve and made him promise. Luke would go where Anakin began. Leia would grow where light still lived. They would never know each other until the Force itself chose the hour. Moments later, the station shook under distant fire. Imperial ships were closing. Padme gave one last look at her children, whispered, "There is still good to save," and was gone. Obi-Wan took the boy into his arms, heard Vader's engines in the void, and stepped toward exile as the Empire swallowed the stars. Behind him, Polis Massa was falling. Ahead of him waited a desert world, a long silence, and the child Darth Vader could never be allowed to find.